11. Ancient jade arc found in China that matches biblical account. This intricately designed ancient jade arc is dated to about 2000 to 1200 BC and belongs to the mysterious Shu civilization in China. The details of the ark match the biblical account. The doves at the top, lots of animals within, multiple people on the boat, 3 levels, decks with waves at the bottom. It was located at the Sanxingdui Jade Art Museum, Chengdu, China, but has somehow disappeared. Ruins of the foundation of Edamananki, the Tower of Babel. In 1917, German archaeologist Robert Koldewey discovered a 330-foot square-shaped remains of a structure in the ruins of the ancient city of Babylon. He excavated the city over 18 years between 1899 to 1917. This is the base for the Edamananki, the famous Tower of Babel. Edamananki literally means the house of the foundation of heaven on earth. It was believed to be the highest tower of the ancient world at the time, as described in Genesis 11. It stood over 300 feet tall and was built before the time of Abraham. The Bible tells us that it was Nimrod who built the original Tower of Babel, located in Babylon. It was rebuilt and destroyed several times in history, notably by Nebuchadnezzar, then by Alexander the Great. However, all that remains today is part of the foundation of that once magnificent tower. The Tower of Babel's Stele, Shoyan Collection. This is the Tower of Babel's Stele, made by King Nebuchadnezzar II of Babylon, showing the floor plan and side view of the great building. It was found during German archaeologist Robert Koldewey's excavations of the site of the Tower of Babel, Babylon, in 1917. Nebuchadnezzar II stands to the side giving directions for the construction of the 7-level square-based tower. The stele is in the possession of the Shoyan collection somewhere in England or Norway. Ruins of the ancient city of Ur, hometown of Abraham. In 1922, British archaeologist Sir Leonard Woolley discovered and excavated the ancient Sumerian city of Ur. He found that many Sumerian royal tombs at Ur, the birthplace of Abraham. A very large ziggurat, a temple of worship to the god Nana, or Sin, the god of the moon, was discovered, which was next to the city of Ur. It rose over 100 feet in height. Abraham was born around 2166 BC and lived in Ur with his father Terah and brothers Nahor and Haran. They later left Ur and came to settle in Haran, Turkey. Number 15. The ancient city of Haran. The ancient city of Haran is where Terah, father of Abraham, lived with his sons Abraham, Nahor, and Haran around 2000 BC. Terah and Haran died in Haran, and Nahor continued to live there. Abram was called by God to leave his father's house and family in Haran and go to the land of Canaan. The location of Haran has been known in antiquity and is located near the city of Altın Basak, Turkey. In ancient times, the people of Haran worshipped the moon god Sin, and the Temple of Sin's ruins can be found in Haran. As well, the ruins of the oldest Islamic university, Haran University, are located there. This town has been inhabited since ancient times and have characteristic beehive homes made of adobe bricks that have been traditionally used for thousands of years. 16. The east gate of the ancient city of Shechem. The biblical city of Shechem is very important in the biblical narrative as there are many events in the Bible which take place in or near Shechem. In 1903, the ancient city of Shechem was discovered by the German archaeologist Dr. Hermann Thiersch. In the time of Abraham, Shechem was a walled, fortified city with a gate and was a commercial center. In Genesis 33 to 34, we read how the sons of Jacob, the grandson of Abraham, murdered the male inhabitants of the city in revenge for the abuse of their sister Dinah by the king of Shechem's son. Shechem was a Canaanite city that was also called Sichem in the Amarna letters. It was also the first capital of the kingdom of Israel. Number 17, where Abraham camped between Bethel and Ai. Beitin is likely the place where Abraham camped in Genesis 12:7-8. This place is located between Ai on the east and Bethel on the west. Excavations were conducted by Dr. David T. Sugimoto of the Department of Archaeology and Ethnology at Keio University in 2012 to 2013. Excavations on this place reveal structures from the Byzantine period built at this location. This was probably recognized as either Bethel, the place where Jacob had his dream, or the place where Abraham camped in Genesis 12:7-8. At this site are mosaic floors belonging probably to a Byzantine-era church. It was destroyed once during the Rashidun period of the Islamic conquest in the 7th century. Then it was rebuilt, only to be destroyed again under Saladin in the late 12th century. Only ruins remain, but they once commemorated the place where Abraham once pitched his tent. Number 18. Valley of Siddim, Slime Pits. Simon Brown and his team of researchers went to document places mentioned in Genesis. While driving by the Dead Sea, they noticed a warning sign erected by Israeli authorities warning people of open natural pits that could be fallen into. Geologist Eli Raz, who has studied the area, explains why slime pits form. As the Dead Sea water level decreases more and more over time, fresh water with less salt then fills this area and begins to dissolve the salt underneath the soil level. The average size of those slime pits today are 25 meters wide and 11 meters deep. This dissolving of the salt layers caused the ground to become very unstable, and thus sinkholes or slime pits develop that an unwary pedestrian can walk into and fall. This is what occurred in this area some 4,000 years ago. During the battle which took place in this area, some fell into these slime pits and presumably perished there. The possible great oak of Mamre. Today in the modern town of Hebron, West Bank, the place where Abraham pitched his tent near the ancient oak trees of Mamre is still accessible for pilgrims to see. Mamre was once a leader in this area during the time of Abraham. On the grounds of the Orthodox Monastery of the Holy Trinity, Hebron, West Bank, there is a group of oak trees. The oldest of these is the great oak tree of Mamre, held up today by steel reinforcement rods and strips. It is believed that the tree died in 1996, but the Russian Orthodox Church is working on preserving the dead tree, and already shoots have started to grow nearby. Alternate to where Abraham camped near Oaks of Mamre. This site has evidence of a 1st century Herodian structure built on it, commemorating the place where Abraham met with the 3 angels by the terebinth or oak trees of Mamre. After the Bar Kokhba revolt, many Jews were sold into slavery at this place in 135 AD. Then later a Byzantine church was built at the site to commemorate Abraham, but was then later destroyed by the Persians in 614 AD. To this day, Jews come to pray at this holy site, where their ancestor Abraham built an altar and met with the Lord personally.